Okay, start new recording. Okay, let's just start a new game. This is the 21st of the 6th. This doesn't come out, this is still early access. And there's a reason behind this. Anyway, so we'll get into that. And I want to be short and brief, then I'll jump over to another character. So it looks like nothing changed. So, here we go. Right. As we are replicating something here, the mod is massive. Absolutely huge. Yep. Modded beyond belief. Dungeons, everything. Anyway, before that, because I'm ahead of time, technically, in my recordings, but we knew that anyway, the video and whatnot, you know, as a patron, and we chose this. We're going to choose this again. Feminine. And we're going to call her Lucky Lou. So my stepdad used to call my mum Louie. Yep. Oh, not so much Lucky. It doesn't matter because I'm deleting his character. But I have to get a certain bit of this footage going. Anyway, so right. The best one to choose out of these is out of all these is this one, not that one, no. This one, this only does all your stats by 5. That one, that one, that one. So go with that one. Choose a detailed appearance, load. We will go with that because this is what we started with. And yes, this game is absolutely fantastic. And as of the recording bits, we will not have to do. We're going to totally skip this. Yeah.
The fallen lead.
Nothing new here. We're not reading none of this. No. Reason being is, I have to re-record all this. No, just where I was say it now is because I've got a copyright strike. Yep. From a thumbnail. Yep. On a video that took me about 2 hours to make the recordings, but what I do know is this video, that video was about 2 hours long. Not reading on these like I did before. I know what the whole game's about and the changes and whatnot. And yeah, over a thumbnail. And I will say something. As a patron, the images in that, I thought, oh, they would make a good thumbnail. The guy, I've already made it on a community post on my channel. I've already named him, do you know what I mean? On there. Had used that as well as others because this path fights that boss. I've just been into the I've just been into the dungeon later on and just looked whether that's where we fight this, because the image is one of the new bosses of the game. Because the guy that actually there's a lot of people when this game first early access, right, straight away cheat engine on, all graces, you know, boom. Because why? I'm just going to say why. people do this, because within a day or two, it's impossible to get those levels, beat the bosses, and get all the spells, because they want it up there first, right? I'm just going through my playthrough at the moment, following my path, and I'm just got to a little bit of the DLC, you know? That's out the way. But what was on the channel has been absolutely deleted, so we won't be talking about that. It's not. I was just gonna send matey, because you know what? On my YouTube channel, I've got about 100 copyright strikes that I could claim. I haven't claimed one, no. So that's out the way. So technically, we're replicating something. And another thing here, we don't have to go in here, because this is where the Celebrant would start, and the stats ain't very small, and here, and another thing that I did get wrong, was our only modded dungeon which I've just been in, is the Fogrith Catacombs. And one thing I did miss is our next spells was, because you'll find out when you get into here, you find out your journey on here. And you will get duplicates of whatever the first spells you do anyway. What I didn't realise, there is a death touch. There's a death something, or whatever, catacombs in the DLC. That the death touch catacombs is right here. Yeah. The only bit we're recording, and I'm going to jump onto the other character, delete this. We're not going to go in here because of there was no need to go in here. There's too much on a recording. There is absolutely too much to do in like a tour recording. And streaming, you get a lot of the game by that, but then it's worth nothing. It's absolutely worth nothing. But the next lot of spells is here. And that is where we've got to with the spells. Next lot of spells in. When I read them, Death Touch Catacombs, I thought it was, obviously we can't see the DLC, but boy, when you get the map, you will see how much this has changed. All this, everything around it has changed. Even the DLC. Yeah, the DLC has got all these big areas like that. Some of the thumbnails I've made, well, not the thumbnails, screenshots I've done, yeah, amazing, which we might do, because we just went into the DLC quickly. We can't activate the DLC at the moment, because you have to be, well, we have to be just Radan and Moog to activate the DLC, but we don't. Our path takes us to the boss up here, extremely hard, because our weapons are now gone to plus 12, and our bosses are up here. There is a boss, the such and such matriarch from a couple of years ago. I did play this class a couple of years ago. So we have got another boss, another weapon, a couple of other weapons that are not soul burn. So there, and the other one, they're all up here. Yeah. Whether these areas are modded, they could well be up here, but all our weapons and spells come from that, and the other one actually just comes from, I just went in that dungeon, and I thought, oh, the Fogrith Catacombs, lovely. Oh no, they've modded it like even more so than the one that I actually highlighted, where I'd done an hour's video, which we'll go to here. We'll swap over characters here, because it's going to be quick, you know? So, because in my main character, my main game. We've completed this dungeon. And yeah, it's but there's one thing I didn't get in this dungeon because it was a bit of a iffy jump. With new stuff like this is what they've added, like new stuff like this in the world. I mean, it's just partial, but yeah. This dungeon here was one that I was talking about because I watched Couch Jockey, and he's the main guy behind this mod. You know, remember this mod didn't start in Elden Ring. It started in Dark Souls. Wait there, actually. There is another bit up here. Dark Souls 3. And I looked at the guy, actually, now he just plays modded content, that's why his channel's called Mod Server. Anyway, copyright strikes me over a thumbnail. Do you know what, if it had loads of views, it would have been money and all that lot. I can guarantee you that for now. Yeah, but it only had, I don't know, about 200 views. But yeah, but it depends. I'm holding back on a lot of stuff. Stuff I haven't recorded. Like, I'd say I haven't done Margit. Right, Margit's not recorded or anything like. No change, stronger. Godric, no change, stronger. A lot of stuff has. I'm not going to mention it because there's some stuff in there that's absolutely blown me away. Yeah, it's a Dark Souls 3 thing, but yeah, first time ever in here, in Elden Ring. Yeah, when I got one, I thought that's never ever been in Elden Ring. No, well, no, there must be more. Anyway, so around here is where we go in. And the dungeon is at this end. Then is it over there? No, it's here. It's through here. They've made like this, like this, like this. And the dungeon's here, that's it, yeah. So they made the lower bit sort of like a bit of an entry, because this dungeon is very puzzling, difficult, and my path, no word of a lie, my path taking me through Volcano Manor again was like going to hell and back. No word of a lie. And the only place where you can level up is still just killing the red albinurics in Moog's Palace, because there's no bird farm there. They've redone this, but this here, oh, we haven't got a torch or anything like that. Let's just go down to the bottom. Then, because they've modded quite a lot of dungeons, and this was the one I can remember, so this is why this dungeon, which I done, which was a whole hour trying to work this out. So when I load in my main save, because I did figure out this puzzled dungeon, right? We've got one spell up from this, but oh, we got our weapons and whatnot. You know, we have to go through Volcano Manor and yeah, Nightmare. But anyway, I just got that, which I thought was important. I'm only going to show the new stuff. Whether we show all the new weapons and whatnot, I found quite a lot of new weapons. Not all of them, no. But as of here, I'm not gonna. We're gonna have to go down here anyway, because the path. Right. So this dungeon in the High Road, right? This is where you make. No, sorry. This is where you get the Blue Dancer's charm, right? For lightweight. But remember, the Convergence mod, you make them. So everything is changed beautifully in this dungeon, just like the one I've just gone in with my class. Now this is a dungeon that I wanted to highlight because it's the only dungeon I knew that was dumb. And I just went to the DLC and just see the dungeon I've got to do for Are they my last spells? Could be my last spells. I'm not too sure. Yep. Wait until you see that. I've got a screenshot of it, but we might put that one up there a bit late, or I might put it on TikTok. I'm not too sure. But anyway, I'm gonna play all the classes. We will stream this, but not yet. No. So the thing is, this is a dungeon. This is a beautifully done dungeon, but we're going to be coming in here now because when I unlocked everything, there's a pole, and it didn't look like I could jump up, and there was a yellow item, like an important item, like a glowy. That's the only thing. And I thought I'm gonna go back and get that. Well, as we've just started this new class with magic and editing, we're just gonna stop this here, right? But with the power of editing, I'm gonna bring in my other character who's opened up this whole dungeon. So we'll be going in there again, and we'll be going for, because the boss is dead. It's the same boss, but we'll be going down here again, and we'll be going for this item. I didn't think you'd be able to jump up there, but I was surprised we jumped up there, and then I got all like, oh, I made it, and then I didn't get to the second bit, you know? Anyway, it's all these dungeons been done like that. It's absolute. These guys are the best. Like, you got the Garden of Eyes that make the really hard bosses, you know, but some things are a bit not broken and whatnot. This is just a different level, you know. Anyway, what I'm going to do is we're going to stop that here. This is 17 minutes. I've got 2 hours, and what we're adding in next will be the main character on this same class, and we'll be coming in here. I'll be getting the item that I didn't get through a bad jump and copyrighted. Yeah. Then I'll decide what I'll add, because I've recorded so much stuff, and I have to start getting rid of it because we're getting blocked up. Yeah. The thumbnail, well, I tell you, if I use the Garden of Eyes loading screen just as a thumbnail, I've discoloured it and whatnot. If they copyright me, well, I'm a patron of that, you know. And I've seen a load of people use a load of their stuff. Do you know what I mean? It's people do this all the time. Mod server. I looked at his channel. He started that. It's not even. It's wait there. It's about. It's under 2 years old. Anyway, if I had a lot of money, say it had 10,000 moon, it would be a claim for the money as well. Yeah, it's just to take down a video. If I left up, remember you get 3 copyright strikes. I've never had a copyright strike since 2000. This is my first ever, you know. So anyway, I'm just gonna forget about it. But I'm gonna have to re-record all this. But instead of this, what would be different about the upload I've done before is me doing a load of talking at the beginning, right? I just upload a higher level save, come in here, get the item, then it might be a little bit different in the editing, that the bits that I've recorded and decided to put in where I am up to now, because I've still got to do some other stuff, because the DLC, you can roam the whole of the DLC, but you can't go into the DLC. Technically, you can't break the ruin or do Mesmer or anyone like that until 1, you've beaten Radahn. We haven't done that. 2, you've beaten Moog. We haven't done that. Right? But my my main bosses are still in the main game, except for the last one, is the Fogriff Catacomb. That is getting the last of the spells, technically, and another weapon. I don't know. But I went in there. It's like this. It's like a palace. Anyway, I don't want to give too much away, so we'll stop that here. I'll load in the main character. and we will continue in it, so you can see what this is like, because it has been deleted and taken off the internet. But we'll be going for the item, the shiny, is above. Hi, this is me from the future, and I've had to come back and do a little bit of recording, and we're going back into a dungeon because of a copyright strike. Yep, from a thumbnail. Yep. And 3 strikes, you're out. You lose your channel. Even though I don't get a lot of views anyway, you know. But that's it. You know. And do you know what? I've got about 100 that I can claim. I've never have claimed them. There was one that's got 1.2 million subscribers. Yep. Could be using your content loads. It says you can either tell them to take it down or take action. You know? Mine was remove the content over a thumbnail, which everyone does. Do you know what I mean? And you make it your own. But, mate, it has to be an idiot. Anyway, that's it. So we're going to go in here because this is what got deleted, and this was the first modded cave that I see get done. So it's High Road Cave. This is where you get the blue. We are in the future, so things will look different as I upload this. The first video that was 2 hours long. I've already done an intro for this, where we did start and come in here, and it was all locked up. But this is where you get the blue dancer's charm, and I had to stop and restart it because of lag. Oh no, I forgot about that. Light always stays on. Yeah. So we're just gonna, there is one item to get. Whether we get it or not, I'm very low on shortage at the moment, considering I had nearly 300 gigabytes, right? Because I had to uninstall Dark Souls 3, move it somewhere else, and now I'm up to 60 gigabytes. And I just beat a boss that I've recorded, and there's a bugged out Deathright bird. He's invisible, so. And we got one of our weapons, this weapon here, that's absolutely blast the game. Because this is one of our weapons that we get. This is in our class, this weapon here, the Gargoyle's Black Blade. We cheesed him because we was meant to do the other boss. The boss is a mini boss. It's through the transporting system, and it also gives you your it's these here, like this, right? But this one up here decided to not play because we've done that. This one up here, yeah, it's definitely bad. Didn't want to play, and he's invisible. So I could tell the team what they could figure it out themselves, but he's invisible. Yeah. While I was taking damage, I even went in there because you can cheese him by throwing stuff at him. Anyway, this is apart from that. I made a whole video on this, and it must have got watched because it had like 250 views and ongoing, you know. So I made a bit of an intro on this, and yeah, fantastic dungeon. And what they've done in the future, I'll actually show some stuff. If you've been to the DLC, we can freely go there, but to do the DLC in this version of, and it was in the last version of the mod, because that's what done me last time, because what happened was you can freely roam the whole of the mod, but you can't do mesmer or anything like that until you break the ruin. And break the ruin, which I forgot a long time ago because I was wandering around the DLC for about 6 hours. Yeah, because you can go there early. You have to be Redan and Moog. Yeah, mine was Moog or something like that. But anyway, that was then. This is now, but we can go there. This weapon here, the Godskin Peeler, is very good. It's a +12, right? Whirling Black Flames. It's got a new Asher War name on it, right? This one is very, very good. It hasn't even been leveled up. We could get it to 10 easy because you can buy all the smithing stones and whatnot. Literally, all from the blacksmith as of now. They haven't waited, you can do it after you just got a few of the ball bearings. So what, after going all through here, oh yeah. So up there was a bandit sword. After we looked around here, it's been a whole hour, and the lever was up there to take us out to here and to here. And then you went round there, down, below, all along there. Then there's a lever on the middle there, which dropped this down here. Okay, right. There is an item here. We might get it or we might not, because I need to get a move on right now and start uploading the video. But I spent a whole hour doing this on the deleted video, because in the original video of this I couldn't get over there nearly, because I couldn't think we could jump up there. We got this. This is the hermit bunker. This gives you 8 additional stamina recovery. Thing was, I didn't even think I was going to get up to there. Do you know what? Because this video is... Did I take my weapon off? I did. Wouldn't use this dagger. I want to see if I can get it. So I nearly got it down. Wherever it was, I just don't be wasting all this storage. I mean, I'm not wasting it, I haven't got any. So what it was, yeah, up here. Yeah, after all that, unlocking this thing here, you had to go up here. I don't know what that item is up there. It's a nice yellow glowy. It could be anything. It could be a new weapon. It could be anything. Then you come over here. Oh, nearly went down. Yeah, wait there. You might still have to go down. Yeah, fell down the hole again. Got to be careful. It's got blood out. The boss is already dead in here, but there was that thing there which we nearly got. They spent so much time in this dungeon making it right. They're making it easy as well. Like falling down at a hole, yeah. Open up the lever, which drops that plank down there, yep. Then easy to get back. Then up again. I don't want to spend too much time. I've got to start editing some of the stuff I've recorded over the past couple of days, sort of like this. But we are in the future, and I will show where I am in a bit of the map of the DLC. Right, so we're back up here. Right, so. We can go. Wait. Yeah, it is. Wait, is that on? It's just one of those highway. If this takes too long, because I've got so much to record. Not record, just to edit. Can't do it for that. It's run and jump. Yeah. And I prefer to do it like... Long press, okay. This was the special item I missed the first time. What could it be? We're about to find out now. America. Okay. The other thing there is, would you be able to jump down there? No, you'd die. What is that item over there? It could be anything. It's mostly upgrade mats. One thing you wouldn't do is, and here, and go down, and you'd go in the water and go and fight the golem, while these guys duke it out. Right, so the whole of this area is beautifully done. I had to take it down. That's why when I chose the class, hugely excited, still hugely excited about this mod. Really am excited for it. It's changed beyond belief. And the path we've chosen obviously is the Godskin. The Godskin Celebrant, so we do Malekith's sort of damage, and this is our armor, but it's been reworked, transmogged, yeah, because I don't like the look of it, so I like the look of not wearing armor. Our next armor comes from, we just got some of the best weapons, comes from up at the top of here. That is actually a new boss, and top of here, top and bottom, yeah, it's Waygate there. I don't know if we've done that. DLC, right, okay, all new. Yep, I haven't got a clue what this is. All this has all been modded, remember, everything, right? The raw reliquity of the Scorch, I haven't got a clue. It might be something to do with the dual system, I really don't know. But I spotted it when I opened up the map. I only just noticed it a few hours ago. Now, because we beat this guy here to get into the grave, to get into the DLC and get some of the lay-in plus, because remember there's no shadow tree, there's no shadow tree blessings. The weapons go up to a 15, Sombra and the other one. This here, I took a picture up here, and all I can say, it looks white. I took some photographs of it, obviously that's the map of it there. I really don't know what these are about. Something interesting. But my cave that I went into, I'm not going to go into because it's going to be a huge spoiler. But that cave we went in there, it's very similar to that. But this one you go in here is in vanilla, it's just normal. Oh no, we went in there. Hugely decorated. You go down an elevator, everything. It's like they've ripped the whole cave out and done it, because there's I think this is where one of the bosses is as well that we've got to do for this. They've got a couple of new bosses. One of the new bosses that they made is the Godskin such and such. This weapon is very, very good, but it's very high scaling as well, meaning because it's like Malekith's, it does soul burn. The Death Cyclone object. You put. I can remember last time I was having trouble with Moog, and we weren't in this class. And I always know this weapon's good to get, but it means if you are not playing a build, then you've got to put your so it's something, yeah, because it's int scaling. So you've got to put int up. You know, when you haven't got, say you didn't put anything up, then you've got to put 31. Intelligence up, or what the minimum requirements are of this weapon is, because I know it's a lot better than the Godskin Peeler. That's at 12, and what's the minimum of this? Yeah, 20 in, 20, faith, so it's an int faith and strength dex. So it's okay. Looks like we have found, as we are in still late one today, as I've been busy selling a lot of my stuff. Yeah, that I've had access for a long time. But as we've come up to here, which is the leisure turn around, which is the Dragon Barrow, so it is Dragon Barrow Cave, but they've remodded it again, and I thought I'll highlight a new weapon. Yeah, that's new, to see what it's about, because the new weapons so far that are completely new that we've got to this mod are Crab Claws. Yeah, we've done a new dungeon, I haven't uploaded it yet, and this new weapon here, 26 strength. Okay, but I bet this is poison, and let me see if I can do this in a minute. Otherwise we're going to jump down the bottom. Let's have a look. I've got hardly anything. No. Well, we just peek. We've got no FP, so we can do a charge. Just peek him. Now, all the new, because I've got to upload a video, yeah, of this. And some people have some bosses and whatnot, which one of them is our path to go to, but all the new bosses we're going to do anyway. Something like that is not going to be viable when standing here. We're just going to get healed using one of the worst spells in Elden. Very good here. This is going to be difficult. This so the Dead and Maul wasn't in here. So let's just see, because that new weapon there is 26 strength. We're trying to pump up our strength now. This is the only farming area in the game, literally, and there's hardly anything. So, as we're waiting for our FP to heal, we're going to see what's behind that enemy. Right, there you go. See. Getting absolutely destroyed. Not destroyed, it's just we've got no armour. The new cave we went into yesterday was took me an hour to do, which is not too bad, but considering that there's one item I left in, I just couldn't. Well, we could have got it, but it was late, and we're back to doing this now. So I will make a video, but I won't, because there's quite a bit of a vanilla start. The classes haven't changed that much, but oh my god, is there a lot of changes. So, because we haven't got any FP, I want to see. This is such a powerful spell, this is. We've got no FP though. They've redone this whole, even with the dragons, I'm sure we can kill the dragon. No. Got no FP healing. No. I mean, no, yeah, no. I've got no FP. We've only got the FP that's healing, which is faster. The armour, yeah, there's a lot of other armour, but we're going to stick. I always stick with the armour, doesn't matter. I always stick with the armour that we start with until we get our next bit. That's the rules go, and the light, forgot about that, because once that turns on, that never turns off. Warping or anything. Because they're new weapons, yeah, I've seen all the new weapons from, you know, the old mod. There's a couple of new weapons we've picked up, which are new to the mod. That one there, because they've reworked this. fought Farrell. Even though it was already done anyway, but it's full of, yeah, and we haven't got, most of them have to go down in a minute. As this is a good spell, I mean, it's something nasty, as you can see. It's like, yeah, it's this here. It's just like curiosity killed the cat. Yep. Right, that's all I'm going to do up here because I only pressed the record button because we got yeah, it might be little to you, but to someone who invests a lot of time in playing mods, it's one of the new weapons in the DLC that's not even released yet. Yeah, because we are in the Patreon, but the version that is early access. So I'm sure I can kill the dragon before we go elsewhere because we're just getting everything's a lot more tanky, and I knew that before the start. So I don't even think we've got enough for a level up. So wait there, maybe strength 17, 18. Now let me look at the dex. Right, so this is 22 inch, 22 faith we've got. So we've got this covered, this weapon, with strength and dex. We've also got that weapon covered because that's part of our weapons. Also this, and this, not part of our weapon. The lead and maul, very good, but I remember this getting a nerf. This is part of our weapon, the Celebrant skull. New, that's why I pressed the record button. And this was new from yesterday, from killing Scar Physics. The Shamshir, Surgeon's Calling, and our Gargoyles is at 5. It should do some damage. Anyway, that's just because we picked up a weapon before I get the record button. So I always want to get the new stuff. Now, I've seen some people upload some of just trying to remember where we squash our extra heals. And it is. We should have some. Boy, this mod takes it out of it. Considering it's not the hardest, but the execution or the execution of planning and getting you to these places, and I've always said this before, of getting your second armor upgrade. We've still got the next one. Volcano Manor is like a fortress, and going through there and taking all the difficult stuff from there. This is all going through there and planning, losing. We didn't lose. We lost about 50k ruins. It's just absolutely extremely long and long-winded. Yeah, because you go in, it's gated, it's up, it's down, it's archers, there's hands either. Oh, one spell here, which is most probably new. I don't know, because I've seen quite a few new spells on the other classes. Soul Seer. This one here, Burrowing Black Flame. That's the one that would launch and just burrow the black flame and explode on enemies that would one-shot me. We still got cloth mechanics. Yep, our armor is upcoming. Well, I'll figure out up the hill. It has to be. I just can't remember. Wait there. No, it's one of these. You got this. It's one of the hills anyway. It might not be this one. Yeah, because we're just about to We haven't got a weapon for this because it's, I think it's Godskin. It's not. No. Whatever is ever, because the good thing is I can cut everything out, or does it make it into the video? Wait there. So there, it's because there is a. We're not doing marble right now.
Smoldering. Wretch.
Yeah, because we picked a class that will become strong. I can guarantee you that, but I forgot where. It's down here, yeah, it's down here, that's right, yeah. Where you squash the sacred tears and the extra flask is up here. Because there's a up at the church here, there's a tree avatar, and these are one of the original ones when this mod first come out, and he's a stretchy poison boy. Yeah. See, even when you go and do Gideon of Godfrey, it's actually not him, it's actually somebody else. Yeah, you have to shoot all the archers and everything before you get in there. So there's a lot of we need our new armor set, which is the Black Monk set, yeah. Yeah, if we go in there, it's another a stretch, because they all used to be like this, and then they changed them all. So if we went in the church, we'd be fighting with stretchy, awkward boy. That's what I'll just call him, because we can jump over here. Stretchy, awkward boy, poison. Yeah, they all used to be like that. Before they were tree avatars. Extremely awkward to fight, in my opinion. Right, what have we got? 6 golden seeds. Okay. The mechanic, I knew about this. I didn't know about this. I predicted it. Because why? Because you got to 15 and 12 flasks so quickly. Then they've done the seeds first up here, then they've done the tears. You have no tears. So many tears. Okay, right. You have one of these. Restores HP and wondrous flasks. Wait, which one lasts? One of them lasts literally until death. It might be the tear. So, upon that note, we've got a weapon to get from there. So whatever makes this in to the next video is because it's the edit. I can do a 2-hour video. A lot of people, there's a couple of people streaming this and whatnot, but that's early access and friends of people that make this. Yeah, but anyway, I chose not to. Reason why? Because nobody watches. That's a simple reason why. And at my expense, nah. When I am really suffering with money at the moment, really am. Yeah, I've never been like this. It's most probably, oh God, I would say 2019. Yeah, literally. I was in a similar situation. Yeah. But, I mean, that is life. I mean, it's just the expensive day-to-day living. Yeah, I've been hit with a lot of things at the moment. But apart from that, yeah. So anyway, here I did forget. Tish is one of our weapons. Of course it is. The knife. He's going to be awkward to kill. I just know that. It's just because we got max sacred tears here. I forgot to do this church. We're going to leave Tish in a moment because the boss we've got to beat to get our armor will beat the Godskin Noble. And obviously, this damage and other damage, we just see what we do. Like, there you go. That's because of cloth physics. No, it is. It's because we've got no poise. Even though I've got the Ball Goat's talisman. Yeah, I'll just put it on. And that. And that. We don't really need the ruins, but we do. Oh yes, definitely get that vigor stat up. But what I should have done was take this first. This won't do nothing. I'm gonna kill Matey from. He's not gonna have any ruins. That's what I mean. He's not gonna have any ruins. Pick up what we did have. What they've done is, because you can't really farm anywhere, you can't, no. They've made the world a bit more dense than what it normally be, so there's more enemies everywhere. It's not like complete aggro mode, it's not like that. They just put more enemies in. There is something here, but it's not to do with us. I can't remember that. This weapon is right there. This is not yet. It's a 9 against Malakeh. One of these. Down Knight, or someone's got a buttload of armor. Laying down Knight against so like this lighting area. And these are using. There's something in one of these things. There's something in one of the back of one of these. We haven't come in for that, no. Oh, we'll look. Yeah. Teach. Yeah, we'll get that weapon. Don't need it right yet. So. Anything loot-wise. Do a lot of damage to this sword. When you get to a bit of a high level, well, it's not later on. If you've got access to get that weapon now, it doesn't kill the I've been shot at. Thrown at me going through Volcano Manor. That's why I had to wear the this talisman, so you go through lava and take the lava. Yeah. You have to go that way, it's the way to go. Luckily they haven't changed that way, but it's not at this level when 2 shots will kill you, but you have got like FP region like this here. You have got one of our weapons here, yeah, the Tisha's weapon, the dagger, that costs from my weapon base. It's gonna be awful for that. It feels like these chunky boys, it feels like we've got no stamina. Yeah. I could T-bone this, meaning do this. It's absolutely. So FT with you, I'm doing this a lot, and that spell we've got, this one here, so another sanctuary spell, right? What I'm going to do this is our post up the burrowing, apart from this, which is not part of our class, we can use it with 5. I'll use it on take a big chunk out. It's like an explosion of I think a new spell, last time I played this class was about 3 years ago, and I don't even think I finished it, you know? See, it just didn't look, you got all the flashy cards, you know? But Malekith's, I think the last armor is Malekith Red. Our next armor is on the horizon. We've already got the bridge drop down. Didn't afford none of it, no. It's not worth it. YouTube. Use whatnot. It's just worth it. So the other one, I just want to check around because as an end and face build, like I'm going to get this guy. I'll take 3 of those. This is, I've just been in Volcano Manor, where from going A to B, it took me 3.5 hours. Yeah, with severe sneakiness and getting like, where the first major bit is, dying. So just an iffy stuff. You've got to make sure everything's dead when you go through that area. We're talking about if you know Volcano Manor where you go and pick up this bit there, and all of a sudden there was a big, you know, heavy boy there waiting for us. Just to absolutely ruin everything, because on our other weapon here we've got Bloodhound Step on there, you know, and it's got the original Bloodhound Step on there. But yeah. With all these shield boys, and some of them got armor when you're wearing cloth. The other hard one is when it first came out last year, when I started playing the Convergence mod quite a lot. So that would have been March last year. Obviously with the big patch and all the updates. Obviously this is even a bigger patch. Right, so that one's gone. Right, this wasn't on the list, but then you've got a lot of mobs here, enemies. That's actually actually in our way. Because this is where you fight Dragon Landsakes, whatever it's called. You have to do that with some of these. With some of the classes, you have to do it, yeah? Yep, just have to load of this volcano mana. The difference with that is fire. Because the only thing that you've got is the fire talisman. There's nowhere to farm that. Well, you can just jump in the lava and not take no damage, obviously. That's the only thing that you've got. It don't protect you. There's no. We're still vulnerable to fire. But there seems to be our spell that seems to work on, yeah, by that, by doing explosion. And this seal is a +10. That is a +10. It's not our best seal, that's our best seal there. But if they go up to 15, obviously, once you get into the DLC. And I do not know about this new thing, the new duel system they've got here. I haven't even come. I think it might be after Godric or one of the main bosses. Because you can go anywhere in this game. You don't have to go to Godric. You don't have to go here. You just have to beat any boss. Well, we don't have to do Godric. We don't have to do anyone. We can go to anywhere. We can go up north. We can go through Rani's, but it's all magic and blah 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 blah. But all these bosses counted, and they'll take on a different path then to the keys and whatnot. Do you know what I mean? For the actually to do the fix this in the end, this can only be done. Well, no, you can do this before. No, you can do it after Malaketh, but yeah, it doesn't matter as long as they're all, because all the new bosses they've added count as a remembrance boss. So it doesn't matter which one you kill. That'd be your first, and your second would be either change from Godric, Redan, or there's so many bosses, including the new ones now. Not until we've killed them, though. It's taking more time. This is 20 minutes. It's just. Yep. Well, Tisha's down here. I mean, she will. Yep, she's just sitting outside the front there. I mean, we have got these summons from these at +3. And boy, I'll tell you what, because if you use proper summons, they completely nerf your health in half. These, as the Grave Fort, I've used these before. These, yeah, these are awful. They do so much damage. Right, just want to see, because there is a seal. We only come here for a tier. The church, yeah, let's get the sacred tier. Then the Godskin. It's the fact guy, yeah, but I mean, it's this damage against the same damage, so I don't know. When we got a lot of spells, but it depends if you can use them. But we can't use any of those. Can't use any of those. But do you know what? With the bleed spells, Strangling Briars, that's new. Thorn Burst, that's new. That's new. It's hard to think, to know what's new and what's not new. As of this one, I wouldn't know because I haven't played it for such a long time. With this one though, I have gone and got the weapon struggle on bosses, the weapons. But it means if you was on a build that didn't have any in, you'd have to pump up the in a lot. Yeah, I know, because there's an arch. While I was checking, wait there. I can always delete this. It's taking so much time, yeah. Just to get our armor set. Like with Godric's Ruin, I mean, it's technically we don't. They don't. It's the Godric's Ruin just give you 10% health and 10% more ruins on killing enemies. So we can do Rykard. We're right there. You know, it doesn't matter. Or we go T-bone. This is why it's such a low spell, it doesn't matter, it just works. Yeah, it does a lot of damage. And you can do this through the walls. I mean, these enemies hit us through the walls, so I mean it is Elden Ring. Or just say it is Souls games, so but there is a sneaky bow guy there. Now if I get this, there's I don't know if there's something in there I need, because we're not was in it, yeah. So there's something in there I couldn't get because of oh, the Blades of Princes. Oh yes, these were new. These were new last patch. Corruption. Yep, these were new as of March last year. Now I forget what they do, but they do, it might be something fast. Like fast, being able to move fast or something like that, I can't remember. I do know somewhere the other stuff is, but that is Blaze of Corruption, Deathblight, yeah. That's new from March last year, so that's the sort of patch we're talking about, not not June. Mid-June, or getting mid to late June 2026. Just want to say, yeah. Until we've got enough, otherwise they're just going to pest you all the time. See, it takes half the health out, so. Very good for like sneaky things coming up. Yeah. It's if you went with a class that you know. Well, I don't know because. Let me see where it is there. Was it about getting in here? Well, I don't think people know what I'm talking about, but I know because this area's been always, not necessarily all the time, but as of that new weapon, I totally forgot that was there. I doubt we'll use it because it's Oh, that's why we can't use it. It's 28 faith. Curse. Well, we're it doesn't matter because we're faithing it in, but we're not just faithing it. We're strength and dex as well. It's all 4 stats our weapon scales with. Because of the melee. Alright. I think there's because when this mod didn't used to be about, because we got a big boy there. This mod never used to be about following a path and the class system. They changed that about 2.5 years ago, maybe a little bit longer. But this guy here. Strong boy. That's a lot. He's had a huge dose of that. So it was just absolutely muller him. He just keep on exploding until we generate our thing up. So I don't know if it's to get T-shot, because that is one of our weapons there. Now what you can do with this as well, they start going a little bit, is this spell would just this game is so tight for ruins, it's unreal. Yeah. It's vanilla, it's just like vanilla, but remember the Godric rune gives you 5 extra stats, this doesn't. No. There's no ruin farm. This patch they added more enemies, so there's the whole mod has got more enemies. Not like it's mad. It's not like where enemies chase you. There is a slight aggro, but it's not. You can still sneak up and cheese. Of course you can. I just don't know what was up the top here, because I remember a long time ago getting something out of here. But this might have been a lightning build or something like that. You know, there's 27 builds, so you don't have to get every single weapon, but you do need to change something. Like we've got the Godskin Noble. This weapon, I don't know. Trial and error. There is something you pick in that church. I don't know what it is. And you got this guy over here. Right, there's no one shooting a dagger. I mean, no one's shooting a. Didn't I got that one? Was there one over here? So we did get that one. Teach might be difficult. I'm gonna leave it because it's come off on your horse. If I went up round the back, I might be able to see what if there is any fuss about this. Meaning that weapon is new as of last year, but they might have played something reserved. This is the church. This is the lightning church. Nothing in it, no. It represents when landscape comes down, because you do have to fight them. Not as this class, we don't know. Like, you might need. After every little nearly died then, I don't want to use any heals up in case we do decide to do a bit of teaching. Do you know what we go for? Oh, it's those guys over there. Getting him, yeah. The archers, yeah. Okay. These are the archers like in lane as well. Curiosity's killed the cat. We might get another level. I doubt it is. It's 30 pounds. That is everything apart from. Ancient dragon parts, okay. So, considering we got a load of those anyway. Right, just looking. We got mated out. He done up the. We've already done all this. We get the dragon coming down. I know we're going this way. So Tish, yeah, is definitely need that weapon. Do I get it now or not? He's gonna be. Shit. Gonna be difficult. She's just sitting outside here, chilling. You know? Actually, we haven't done these. Alright. There'll be ruins of these races. And we did come to get the sacred tear. Just so we can squash it with this one that we've got to get. One of these is the ramming. Go. There you go. Right. Leave it. Go down there, get that. Think about Tish, we do need the weapon. Oh, there won't be spells. Yeah, it won't be spells. No, it won't be spells. It'll just be whatever. Because this is usually a spell in here. Tempest Staff. It's not, no, what would that be with? Storm Sorcerers. So, that would go with the, I know what class it goes, I just got to think at the moment. Right, with Tish, let me just look at the aggro range. See if I can spell test something. Now you can cheese Tish. Yep, you can cheese Tish with a couple of spells. The summoning Tish. With our new spell, the burrowing black flame. And she's very, very quick. Want to do nothing. We're gonna need some absolute regen to get our FP back. I knew this spell might do one. Or she reset. Is she resetting her health bar? Do that, then we're going to do this. Let's get our weapon. Yeah? It's the only thing that's going to work. No blue. There you go, we do have our new weapon. Blade of Death. Right, you've got the oddly misshapen blade. Imbued with the power of stolen ruin of death. Whether that's written on there or not, but that is part of our weapons. Let's get in the dagger. So our path, I'll cut out the first bit because it's too long. I could snip bits in. Inventory, right. Move that. Right, ours is down here. Godskin Celebrant, right. Black knife outside Sainted Hero's grave. This is Sainted Hero's grave, here. And we all know what that is. black knife. It's not like we have to go down there and do that, innit? And our next armor set is so they're the weapons. They're all the weapons. We've got a couple of them. We've got the first spells. Our next spells are the glowing ruin of the black flame. So it might come after this one here, after Volcano Manor. So there's there's one, two, three. Oh, so the Spirit Caller Cave is one as well for the spells. Alright. The Divine Tower of Liurnia. So let's go backwards, like in the lights. Shadow Root, yeah, but that's one of the bosses up there as well. So that would be not. They're not saying the boss, but it is a boss that you can also beat as your path to the as your 3 that would change the course of which enemy you've got to beat in the game. You know, it's like it could be anyone. Like, so the notable sets from the Godskin Celebrant are Godskin Apostle, like Kaled, same place. Godskin Noble set, Liurnia, which I just mentioned. Malakev set, so Enya, the Malakev, right at the end of the game, of the vanilla game. Then Black Monk set, Volcano Manor. So the Black Monk set and the next spell is most probably after the Godskin Apostle. So let's go to I can't remember where. Yeah, it's up here. Luckily, we went there to do that because I totally forgot about Malakev's blade is one of my favourite weapons in there. In vanilla, we're talking, but all our weapons do that, except for the one we're using here, because this is not in there, but it does do that in vanilla. It's no different. This is a vanilla weapon, yeah. But actually, I think it's from the Deathbird, but in this mod it's from a Scarab. Yeah, it's a get out of jail card in here, like the ones in Liurnia. We've got to beat the Deathbird there. In the lands between where the icy bit is. So that'd be our prediction of this. Yeah. Said earlier. So a glowing diffusion is used to ward off death. So if you use this, this acts as an anchor to preventing death tarnish once before its power is consumed. So if you, let's get to our notes, our path, because we are doing our path. Remember, our path can go anywhere. Godric, Renala, Redan, they're the ones you know. Enya, or whatever his name is up in there's 3 up in towards Rani. If you're a mage, you'll be going, or some sort of mage, you'll be going that way through up to Rani. You can go straight up to Rani via a lift, but if you go through, you've got the lock-in way, and you've got 3 bosses in there. They're like spell tough bosses, but you get some spells and whatnot. This is the Snow Witch goes through that way. The Snow Witch has got the best looking staff I've ever seen. Yeah, I hope they haven't changed it. It's absolutely they made it look old, but it looks it's old and new. It's the best looking staff I've ever seen. Yep. So anyway, right, as of our notes, which ours will be right down the Godskin Celebrant. Right, these are in no order whatsoever. No order. The Deathroot Catacombs was right near where I started. I thought it was in the DLC. The Deathroot Catacombs. So we got we had to go back right to where we started, and it was right there, and just get those other spells I've just been mentioning. Right, so the next one is, and these ain't in order, the Spirit Caller Cave. Yep, that's right, that's up in the mountaintops. Divine Tower of Liurnia. Now I know what that is. That is from one of the bosses. Yep, tough boss, does exactly the damage that we're doing, and she gives you a very, very good weapon, but it's a tough fight. So it's and the Foggriff Catacombs. The Foggriff Catacombs, yes, that's DLC. Right, so the Godskin armor sets are, these are in no order, right, but I'll read you why we're here to get our next armor set. Right down the bottom of there, Black Flame Monk set, Volcano Manor, and on the top here, our second spell slot, and this is not in no order. Let me Shimmering Death Touch, Spirit Caller Cap, but that sort of is in a bit of an order, really, those spells, because the last spell on that is the Foggriff Catacombs, but I've been there early before. It depends what class you start with, you know, because you can get, if you go to the DLC quickly, which you can do, nothing's stopping you going to the DLC. It's Breaking the Ruin, where you have to beat Radahn. This is what got me last time in the big update of last year. You have to beat Radahn and Moog, and I went through all the DLC. I had to come back and read to the knowledge room, where the flying bird, the flying owl Seln is, and speak to him, and read the notes. I didn't read the notes. I totally forgot that you had to do it because you had to break the room, because you didn't need to do it in this mod. But anyway, apart from that, that's what had me running around in the DLC for hours. But anyway, so that is sort of in a sort of like harder order. Shadow Rune of the Black Flame in the Foggriff Catacombs is the DLC. The Liurnia one, that's a boss. That's a boss they created a couple of years ago. Tough boss. Yeah, and you're fighting up in the top. I'll show you in a minute on the map. The Godskin Apostle, exactly. Excuse me a minute. The Liurnia. So also, Godskin Noble set, found after defeating the Godskin Noble on the bridge in Divine Tower of Liurnia. Right. Then Enya. Then you got the Black Flame Monk set, Volcano Manor. So there's two things coming from here: the Black Flame Monk set, Volcano Manor, and our second spells, Volcano Manor. So whatever it is, we've got to wear the Black Flame armor, because I haven't changed nothing. No. So I can tell you where the other boss fight is here. So you should be able to walk in it without doing Rani's thing and moving it around. Remember, you've got a Godskin guy up here. You've also here, this is where you get your next horse. There's a spark and bump. You get the carrion. It's a skin, just a skin on a horse, but you do, well, it's not just a skin, because it goes faster. So that's the carrion version of that. Then you run all the way up to the top of that to fight the boss, to get the next set of spells for this class, and get a very, very good weapon for this class as well, which I can't remember because it's been that long ago. But this is a girl, very, very tough fight. And our fight also takes us somewhere else as well in Liurnia, which I do know because it's the one that's on the thumbnail of the first video. But our boss is there, top of there, and a lot in there, because like you've got all it's all the Black Flame stuff, the armor and everything else. On top and below, Caelid, Radahn's. I don't think you have to do Radahn to do this, you know, because you don't have to do it. There's no order in which you have to do, like I said. Like, obviously, it's like going into Godric. It's like a fortress. Remember, there's all banished knights in here, right? But you don't. There's no order. You can change the order. Like when I done the Snow Witch, I went all the way through this here. Not going up the side path and speaking to Rani. No, which you can do because it doesn't take you through there. But going through all this interlocking gate system, which takes about 4 hours, 3 or 4 hours. Yeah. There's huge explosion Abdullah's coming over. Now, they might have changed some of this, but this, you get some very good spells here. Then you fight a boss, and that changes your outlook. When you go to Selwyn the Bird, back at the round table, or the knowledge place there, Selwyn will tell you your next thing is, could be anywhere in the game. It could be the Servant of Rot or the Vessel of Rot here, which is extremely difficult. But you can literally do what bosses you beat, because the idea of this mod is to put the fire giant out. But the thing is, the DLC is completely modded. Yeah, the new bosses I haven't seen. I've only seen the YouTube video, but I know where some of them are, and one of them being the Godskin, or a version of the Godskin that is going to be our path. Yeah, one in Leonia. Recognise it straight away. They posted that boss about 6 months ago. There's another one which I know is down in a Nox. We would do that because we're going to do all the new content. But hold on. The other thing is, do I have to wear this armor? Right. This is like, what do we get from this? Right, int and faith. Oh, increase int and faith by 1 and reduce FP costs of incants by 1. Is that everything? Int and faith by 2, reduce FP costs of incantations by 2. Int and faith, reduce incantations. Okay, so it's just int and faith, reduce the FP cost of incantation spell. So this is a spell set. So the other set, they have this in all the mods, apart from the melee version. They have, so the next set might be, well, Malekith's set is not going to be about spells. I do know that. It's going to be about melee, and spells will come later. It boosts your stats up really high. That's how this mod is. But the spell version, then the melee version, spell version, melee version, whatnot. Because I can tell what, if you beat the girl, you have to beat her here. It's not new, but I haven't fought her for like a couple of years. She's just got cloth, you know, just like this. But could I change something here that's going to give me? Because this is the Godskin fat guy duo. I'm just thinking, because we are using we've got no poise, int and arcane endurance, increase all magic damage by 1, dex and strength. I mean, you can. This is the melee one, this really is, and this one is the melee one, the berserker. Blue Festive Guard. So literally the same, but of incantation by 2. The Heretics Rags. Actually, this is the it's not the blood one. It's the well, it is bleed, but it's the blood fawn sorceries. So you got the War Surge, and this is the bleed one, but then you have to follow the path and see where it goes. Nox Oracle. That gives us int faith the same, but 23. But instead we got physical 24 more poise. I don't know. 26 stamina. So always gonna look at this. some of this is the Heretic's boots. Yeah, and the other thing is fighting the Godskin Noble with exactly the same damage type that he's doing on us. Okay, well, we make that decision. I tell you what, it took me over 3 hours to get through that. As you can see, there's a lock-in system, a gate system all the way around here. You have to go through the lava, avoid the archers, and you have to go around all up. There's like parkour up there and everything, whatnot. We've been, yeah. And this spell here, right there, this is the only time you can kill this guy up here. Then you come out here, yeah. After, luckily, because you got archers at you, and there is a grace down the bottom, but you don't want to start. Luckily, we got through all that from the archer. Now this makes it sound like our armor set is this. It well could be. I don't know, but the amount of Godskin Nobles we're fighting, there might be a black flame in there. Usually you got the whatchamacallit there. It's not a lot of damage. Then when you run out, we just Incon is not the way. If we've got the Godskin, this should be the Godskin Fatty. But our armor set does say this, the Black Flame Monk. But it might be, that might what we get after the Godskin Noble. I don't know if they've changed this or not. I don't know. It's pure hearsay. Well, you won't come across this line. Of me explaining everything and whatnot. See, there's some enemies you can. Mind you, we haven't got that on. It's a bit debatable what I should actually put on, because these become later on. All these become irrelevant. It's sort of if you don't quite meet the stats. And the other thing I would go for, I'd definitely remember to do the Golden Vow bit, because I don't think Golden Vow is in the mod. So the Blessing of Grace, so we've got the heal on. So we are going to use this weapon. Now there is some really hard areas here. There's a really hard boss here, right here, where you'll get a shield from here that will boost your FP healing like a mile, because it's the boss from the DLC, the little tiny small like magey sort of like monkey type enemy that I remember when they introduced into the DLC. Yeah, extra strong in there. You get him when you get his shield, but you put it on your back, because it does. Even though they've increased FP regen, with that shield on your back, then FP is just going to go through the roof. Especially if you're just, you know, using spells and not melee, because a lot will be going that way. Because you've got to remember, the guy that created this mod, Couch Jockey, was a spells no-hit guy in Dark Souls 3. Then they went away for quite a while, and they come out with this in Dark Souls 3. This is the Dark Souls 3 version of this. He went off the scene, like the no-hit scene, So always using spells, never weapons. Obviously that's changed over the years. Went away, learnt to modern, as if you're in that scene, the streaming scene, you get to know everyone, modern people, all the techie people and whatnot. This is his baby, this is his idea. I don't even know what the convergence means as a thing. You know, you hear it a lot of time. I see it in words, the convergence. I don't know what it means. As of when we had to come back up here, because you have to go. Went there. Right. So you see what I mean. You have to go that way. Yeah. So extreme parkour. You're blocked every single way you go, and there is the Temple Canyon. It must be down there because this is where the there's what is, I'm trying to think what it is down there. It's a magma worm. Yeah, and then you've got to go up the lift while the Virgin Mary is attacking you as well. You know, so yeah, it took me ages to get through there. And we lost about 50k souls, but I was really annoyed by that. This burrowing spell, you might be able to glitch. This sacred is very powerful. Well, it is powerful-ish, you know. But Black Flame, all these Black Flame spells, it's not going to cut it if we've got the Godskin Noble here. That's why I've done the maddening weapon. I just got it through, I don't know, just going about. But one thing we will, let's see if we might fat roll. We don't fat roll. Unreal. So we can give ourselves golden veil. That's the only buff we've got. So we've got this, we've got that. Just can't see this working. I mean, out of all the spells we've got, you got this. This is this just kill my FP. And a black flame weapon against a black flame boss. Oh man, this is our next armor. Through here or wherever we go, it's not like Rykard or anything like that, but this is where I'm guessing it is. It's mostly the black flame. Monk's armor, and I'm sure his weapon, which I doubt I'll use. There's a lot better weapons to get. This weapon is good. This is an alternative in case I like this. You have to go up because it's a cursed weapon. It's from the other one. See, this is a T-shiz. This is all that sort of damage. We have got this at a 9, but again, it's the Godskin. It's all soul burn stuff, and we just fight the boss that does exactly the same to us. So we'll have to figure it out. So, but we have got these. These do a load of damage. They nerf our health a bit, but they clutch, and you can resummon and resummon and resummon and resummon them. And you can quit this fight out when you want. There's no like, oh, I'm stuck in it. Oh, we just quickly go out. Do you know what I mean? So you can resummon these as many times as you like. The summons, yeah. So as of this, then I think that's the only golden veil that you get. The physic will be that. So. Okay, I'm gonna see what this is. Oh, quite a bit. me. Steak America. Stamina. Shouldn't have spammed the spells. Nope. One thing is stamina. Feels like we lag. I tried to put those spells in, but I mean it's black on black, isn't it? Our next upgrade. Alright, we're just gonna go with spam. This spam, yeah. You can infinitely make everything, literally. So get these girls in here. Let them attack. Spell might have done something with those spells, but see what I mean? You can summon and summon and summon and summon and summon, but it's stamina. It's all stat. It's health. You know. I had this with another boss when I done the frenzy class. Yeah, with they put you in a K-lid. It was with a big giant that rolled all around the room, including you. Well, you had to try and beat him in cloth armor. So this worked. I done more damage with this, spamming it. Yeah, I could see it. So it did do, but then let's go to temple. No, which one? Prison town, guest hall. Can't remember which one's which. Just, I think we need a bit more FP. Those spells in the first. No, we're in a different one, but it doesn't matter. Allocate flasks. Church. It might be this one. Yep. So perhaps we need It's all well and good. You can see it's not doing no damage. Those spells for the first attempt, yeah, but that's what this armor set is class for. Speed casting and incons, not melee. The next set will be melee based. This is spell based. I don't think his armor. You will get his armor. I think we'll get this guy's armor here. Let's wait for the FP to come in. In our flask, I mean, we could have used a bit of a better. Gone and got. Yeah, this is melee based. Could try the frenzied weapon. I mean, it's not going to be super difficult. We are waiting for that FP to come back. This is the next set of spells, and our next clothing. With this, no, you can. So it does stack with that. Get these girls out. Just keep these going. Better go. Godskin, Remnant, and wait there. Okie dokie. Okay, ladies. Your shine is over. Past time. I knew the spells. Yeah, this weapon wasn't going to work. Because this burrowing black flame goes into you and just blows up. Yeah? Right, so our next... These are our next spells. Black Flame Mortar. Blessing of Gloom. Black Flame Ritual. Noble Presence. So, there's some there, but there's still 3 lots to collect. Level up 100%. So we bring our intelligence up to 20. I think that's what we do at the moment. So our armor. Our armor is in here. It's got to be the Black Flame. I thought it would have dropped with all of that. I'm not interested in the Godskin Stitcher. I mean, 2020, 22, 22, summon a black fire within grants is a buff. This is very, very good at high. The Godskin Stitcher, not a fan. Yeah. Especially if you're fighting him when he pokes you to death. You know? Considering how many times I've got to fight these guys. And the variants. So the armor's in here somewhere else because I'm just going to read the patch notes again. Right, so... Right. Glowing Rune of the Black Flame, Volcano Manor. So the next one is Spirit Cooler Cave, Mountaintops. Radiant Ruin of the Flame Divine Tower of Leonia. That would be the boss. Shadow Ruin, Fogriff Catacombs. Right, apart from our armor set, Black Flame Monk set, Volcano Manor. So, somewhere in here. So what I do is I don't suppose you need to watch me getting the armor, do you know what I mean? I just upload the boss fights and what I feel is, you know, because this is we are sticking to the rules. I really want to go down because I know some of the bosses are on this path where we are now, and some of the bosses are down in the Nox and the new areas they've modded. Yeah, I haven't got a clue where they are, you know, and the whole of the DLC. Yeah. Okay, so managed to get the monk set, and boy, yeah, have they changed up the top here in Volcano Man. We just got up there to see if we can beat them, but we've got the witches of Eastwick up there, just like our witch arm we just had on, and loads of these. And as you go down to the chest, down the bottom, you've got these. So technically, you can wear this as a heavy set because it increases all holy damage by 1, 2, and such, and endurance. So that is the new armor until we get our next armor. We've got the new spells that are already on there. But I thought we'd take a look. First mimic chest I've seen in Elden Ring. That will be made into a short, I can guarantee you that. Posted elsewhere, but as yeah, it's a little bit, yeah, they changed it up here, and I went into the window because obviously it's easier done with right, it's easier done with downstairs. So right, Well, that's Godskin Stitcher. Everything. This is all literally we can go out of it, but you can because there's a lot of gear up here. New, technically. Items and whatnot. So we've got the ruins from Volcano Manor, and we've got the Black Monk set, which this is from. No, this is died. I died. That's why the weapons right there. If the dagger comes out, that's why the dagger's black. So it's more like the colour of that knight out there, the Black Knight out there. So as we can't go out there, now we'll upload some of this because this is not just about boss fights. Oh, I just wanted boss fights. Yeah, they completely changed. There's a hell of a lot going on, and this is still the main game. Right, now we got poise. We actually hit 51 poise. Yep, that is what you need to hit in all of these games. I just killed him a minute ago. Yeah, while I was up the top. Anyway, I'm not going to worry about that. It's just that we might speak to them again in a minute. While we do some buffs. Not that. And not that. No, because we put all the... It's just the blessing. Right, now it might be a little bit different with these boys. While we've got that. Yeah, we do need that, yeah. Let's go through the lava. And there's a lot of hands in it, like there was in a certain area of this game. Technically, I don't know about now, but earlier that'd be death. Grab it by handsy. Because they've changed a bit of the area up here. There's an archer up here as well. The mimic tier is classic. I do not believe it. I don't know, did the archer hit me? Wow. There's the archer there, yeah. Right, that. Definitely need that, yeah. I'm well aware of the... What's that guy? This guy fell off for us, the archer. This is what I had to do. This is what I had to wait for. To get around here. There's a nightmare. These archers, yeah. Well, it's not these. It's one archer. Alright, there's the archer from there. He was taking out half my health bar. So I was doing it from this area. So, T-bone. There's a load of things below us. Worms, everything. They all do a lot of damage. The lava worms. Until I can get one shot. If he does his spells. See the archer there? But just one hit to knock him off. I knocked him off, so... Alright, so that... Fly down the steps away. Yeah, I want to see the archers... yeah, that's our fireboy over there. Yeah, because there was there was 3 monks there. There was a load of witches. When you go, I had a feeling this might have been the armor going down the bottom. While I had no health, but Bloodhound there saved me and got me the armor. While I nearly made it up the stairs, we had no health. We didn't have any ruins, but we need this spell here. Still this one here to try and get onto him. Here it does. See what I mean? It's a joke. And then that hit the... That hit the... Right, let's take that off. I said this game was a lot harder, isn't it? Definitely is. These are clapping. These were earlier. Now, I've got to knock this guy off, otherwise you're not going to be able to get out there. And if you're waiting to heal, then you're going to be waiting a long time for this heal. We've got no heals. Technically we could go, but I want to see what's... well, I grabbed this, I had to run, and was running blindly. Because obviously, when I see all the black flame knights up there, I thought, I bet it's here. And then it's obviously in the cage down the bottom. But I wanted to get rid of them all. So, he's moved now, wait there. He fell off it. So he's not like a... I've got over it before. Same issue with the other night. There's a platform there for him now. Right, now we've... Well, he fell off himself when we went over there last time. You can't do nothing about that, eh? You either use FP or wait for the heal. The only thing this armors gave us is more holy, poise, and more faith. Stats are... yeah, that's vanilla stats. But yeah, I'm not wearing cloth. But... oh, we took the... I bet that wouldn't show up anyway now. Blue dancers. Let's see. He's still there, yeah. You can do this. It's got a... lock on. So one is up. One of those arrows. Right, he's gone. Absolutely. This is what happened in the other place. Yeah, and that meant like if you died there, an awkward walk back. Yeah, and parkour as well. Yeah. That's why when I started, I dread coming to this place. But it is part of the mod. So he's got our back to us. The only spell. We're going to have to that's why I don't last time. This is the only spell, this spell and the other spell that goes a distance. This one here, Burrowing, and the other one, Soul Star. Well, we'll see what makes it into the video, but I can guarantee it'll definitely be the mimics here. But I want to have a look at a new area up the top. It's only a little bit of an area, but the enemies and whatnot. Okay, right. So, let's see if I can get a hit on him. Where did the spells? 1 minute he's firing absolute. Remember, if there's something wrong here, we have to report it as this is early access. That's most of it. We're having the thin armor on, and it's taking us down to half that. The thin armor, the lightweight armor on. But we can't punch through, there's no save up there or anything like that. We're just fortunate that I hit him and he fell off the side. He was getting this armour. He's moved. He's dropped down. You know. God, why did they say that every single... Did they say something about the arrows being more... from the enemies more on you, more precise, or is your aiming going to be more precise? There's a lot of mods that do that still haven't got blood, you know, look, and shooting through. That's in from all Souls, okay? Apart from Blood, there's no Blood. This is from Souls. Well. One thing I didn't want to do is, by the fortune of the... See what I mean? That's the Easter egg. That's happened last time. But now... what's below, they're just burning the lava. The handsies, like, will be a bit more prepared. Absolute nightmare. At least I haven't got them lined up. It's all these. You want to be careful here. Look at the hands here. That's where we got the lava. And at least a bit of poise, so we can do what we like. So any way we like, don't have to go towards Godric. There was some armour down there. I don't know. There is some handsies here. And there is something down there, don't need to do that, but just watch out for the big hands. They're the ones that will squash. A couple up here as well. Oh. This is just exactly what I want. Let me see if they... Yeah, because the hands is all over. It's all going to kick off when I go in that hole. Let me see. If I go out of aggro, I'll come out of my mod. To like save and quit out, I'd quit out the mod. Yeah. I have to do that. It's, The enemies, because there's not an the enemies can't take a lot out. Snake boy. I didn't have time, mate, to run in there because I think I got in the hands of this aggro. As soon as we go for that hole, right, we can wait for some yeah. Even though we got our armour and we had to drop down ladder. There's about 3 of those in there for the witches, so it's the easiest way to do it, rather than going in there. Going through if you decide to do Margit then Godric first, you get that's a long way. Unless they've made it just the same, and there is an easier way to get through. Right, have we got a light on? We was forced by the hand of this guy and the handsy, yeah, to literally just get the ladder and go down there. Oh, pop boys. These are blowing up ones, yeah. Yeah. If you do this all around it, this is D's spell, Sacred Ground, T-Bone. It's very good in here though. If you are this class, this does a lot of damage. If you're really high faith with the proper seal. I suppose this could have been a hint for the next bit of armour, because that's what we was wearing. But yeah, we had to panic this. On a panic run, you know? If you plan on playing this mod for a while, at least you get to know where this, that. It's like there's a warp up the top, which I didn't show. There's a warp up the top here, right up there, that takes you straight, as you can see, we've been to the Hallow Tree, top to the Hallow Tree, which I knew, and I forgot about. After we're playing this mod, I knew there's a warp, I didn't know where it was, but it's up there because we had to do it. So there's another thing up there. Yeah, this is a lot bigger. All this there. Oh, there's a purple down there. There's a purple item down there. Yep, it's a good old purple. Where would you end up with that? We don't see many. Ruin arcs don't come up as purple. We did go down. This does go quite below. This goes a lot below as well. Yeah, because I can see it's damaging something. There we go. Oh, look, she's got ruins. We need to be right, so a little bit stronger armor wise. All our main bosses are all this damage though. It seems to work. Let's see. Activate. We're doing it for safety reasons. Safety reasons of. Yeah, actually, that's where the armor set comes from. The page down the bottom there. There's 9. So. I don't think they'll come up here. Mind you, the witch is dead. Oh, he's a truth, this guy. So, oh, I'm up here, mate. I knew there was, I had 3 on me, so wanted to check that and see that purple. I think that's it. Yeah. So this is, make sure these are. This is where the monk's armor comes from here. There's usually something in here, but I can't remember what it is. It was obvious with the starting class and whatnot, you know. Technically that was it. But I wanted to check. There's a purple. I mean, you can do Rykard first. I know that the Serpent Hunter is a nightmare to find. Yeah, because this is all tunnels below here and everything. It's I'd put it on a nightmare. If you want to investigate everything like I have before, you know, then when they redone all this, I went everywhere and it was like, oh my god, where do you go? So I don't know if you can jump. You can. Crimson. Do you know what? This is the only one I haven't picked up in the vanilla game. Yeah, the red one. Red worn scarab on the head. The red scarabs roll clumps on crimson tears during their labours. When you have a crimson flask, you gain 30 additional HP recovery per second for every 30 seconds. Yep, it's the red one. I've never found it in the main game. So I've only seen other people had it and I thought, oh, that's one thing I missed. Never knew what it was for. Now you know. Oh, obviously it doesn't do that, does it? It does something, but I don't know what the... So where would this take us if we went back to... What was it back to? I don't know where, yeah. It's back to where. Yeah, well. Careful, guys. They will push you off. Deathless runs I've seen ruined by that. Being pushed. The handsy. Keep well. So there's only that. Purple. That's everything there. Then you've got... I very much doubt. Someone's winning there a bit. The next armor set, I mean, technically, like I said, you can go anywhere in the game. Godric's Ruin, it doesn't really do much. Moog, I mean, you can go to DLC. I mean, with this weapon, you could walk to the DLC and pick the middle one. If it's a Scorpion, then that Scorpion is so easy. Then you've got the whole of the DLC. The Great Ruin doesn't break. Nope. I've written all the ball bearings down unless they misplaced them. Oh, they haven't got the run. No, they got rid of some of the ball bearings. Oh no, the ball bearings of the upgrades. Yeah, only 2, but finding those is like be like a needle in a haystack. Yeah, where 2 are. So the 1 and 2s, and yeah, you'll find them. And then some of the 15s, one up was up near Bale, and another one was near what's his name? Consort Dam. That's what I can remember as a that sort of thing, you know. But not finding actual a pack of 15. Yeah. Only pinpoints in the DLC, so I think it makes it a lot harder the game without those fragments. Do you do a lot more damage in the melee weapons? I don't know. Might be a bit better. They've made the mod harder, for sure. They said that. Not just DLC. People said the DLC. The whole mod is harder. A lot of people be streaming this and blah blah blah. I'll be playing a lot of this. We might do a bit of stream, but my YouTube channel's not very good, so. And nobody watches you. You get this. There's a woman, I should say, or a granny, I should say. Granny gamer, right? She loves gaming. She loves Elden Ring, yeah? When she was talking yesterday, I could see her getting a bit, like, anxious, you know? With people commenting and whatnot. And she was actually saying that her language used to be so foul. She said it's toned down now. She said that her mouth used to be terrible. Yeah? And this weren't too long ago. Not when there's this. Super handsy. No. Now we got this up, right? So we can. Right, rest up and go through the hole as we're going up. I'm not ready for mega handsy at the moment. Right, mega handsy. A hole in the wall. So it ain't this one. It's the other side. So it is that side, alright. Oh! Duck it. Oh, that was... Come with me, eh? Alright, fair enough. We can refashion this. I'm not a big fan of the monk armor looking. We will refashion it till we get on that next stop. Albinoric pots. Out the window. Oh, I know. Mega handsies again. Now that was a super buff one. I don't get the idea of this going through there. And you'll go round. So Albinoric pots, the stop healing. Just make sure, because if we hit one of those big guys, they're not going to be too good. Mega hand in there. Not interested in that. We could go back over and just start that again. Or she's not there. Oh, wait there. That guy's there. He's gonna be an arsehole, yeah. I bet he dies if he goes on the fire. The Red Knight. That's new. That is. Put a nose in here. Remember, this armor set is still it's boost up. It's put our holy damage up a lot, and so the sacred fist will do a lot more damage now. I'll tell which we're as a short or a small. The finding a mimic tier in here, posting that will that will get views, and on TikTok as well it will get views. Yeah, being chased by it and all, not just a seeing one. You know, I bet everyone that, because if they are planted throughout the whole mod, everyone will be like, really? Oh, what's that doing here? Because you know. It's a Dark Souls 1, 2, 3 thing. I haven't seen them in mods, not that I can remember. So this is the way in. So you drop something, right? Yeah, this is the way in because that door's locked. So get ready for. So you get Mega Hand outside because that door is locked. Before I get with all the bullshit, if everything comes up, jump up there. Might seem like, you know, it's a spam a lot, but that's how we get past that. No, so you get the giant hands here around here. So now I know that is the correct way to go. In the Convergence, that way we came. And I expect there's another snake boy. Right card. There's a whole world underneath here. Not just the area. There's loads of tunnels. Not just the area where you do. Not just the area that you can get one of a weapons, where it's just what I mean in a minute. I have to pick up. I have to look how much storage I've got as well because. This night is calculating poisonous. Okay. Doing exactly what the other guys do. Yeah, because ride cards, if you're on the Serpent Hunters and you expect to go and get it, it's not there. It's above where you get it. Like right there. What is this up here? The only way you can find out is to do that. There's a bridge, there's something there, there's something out there. Alright. Okay. It's the sub. Oh no, there's nowhere near. It's awkward to find it, but if you want it, I mean you can beat ride cards without it, but if you want it, you need to do it. Go. Then go this way. Go where you'll get the dagger from. The dagger from. This is usually locked. jump. Made that a bit different. So when you jump down, you sort of like kick out a bit. Oh god, I know. It's distortion there. Dancer's Trails Dancer. Is this distortion too? As an invader? I think it is. Oh, we're underground now, yeah. Let's just rest of this. While I see what that invader is. So, Dancer's Trails. Ah, so it's the dancer from DLC. Okay. Right. I was thinking of Dark Souls 3 dance. So this is distortion too. Yeah. I think it is, if I remember rightly. Say this. Volcanic disc, yeah, so it's distortion. Loads and Gilmore. So they've... Yeah. This weapon, the Magma Crush, they've renamed it. Yeah. So that's... yeah, this is the proper way to go down. And that would be... It's a ruin arc, not a thing. Wait there, let me have a look. Sneak house. Where it says this, yeah, because that's his nickname for Distortion 2. This is how you get through the underworld bit. This is the whole, this is all the whole cave system that I was talking about. Yeah. And it goes down, 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 down. Just gonna look at the, because we need to start doing our path, because we've got our remnant crafting, right, because this would have been a dagger talisman here. So as we're doing charge attacks, doesn't really matter now, we're gonna have to start thinking about critical hit stores HP, successive attack stores HP, DLC, yeah. So we could have that on. Stores HP. Be like having the blasphemous blade. When all these are pretty good, but I will say one thing: this mod, you go through this whole mod, you unlock every single one of these. There's a dual system. I'd like to see what it does as well. We're going to go with this for the time being. So we've got some sort. I don't think we're going to come across any more magma. Touch wood. We are going to put on that. So as we was it here? Yeah, it was here. Go down here. Ruin arc, yeah. Next bit is jump down here. The dual system. I don't know what that actually is. Right, for the enemies, I would just sit up here, just in case they come rushing in, these head boys. You've got the curse seed down there. Nobody's rushing there, but... also get towards, I suppose, get towards, get Godric's ruin. And go that way because there is nowhere to park. These are all going to come away. Well, I don't know because I can't see nothing. We're just that will get him away. Right. Okay. Right. Now this is. Oh, we get killed by the magic. Lovely. And imagine that there is... Oh, don't put me on a funny stake, America. It's usually Astral War, not Royal Knight's Resolve. That magic guy's killed me twice now. One up the top. One up the bottom. The other one, the archer was, yeah. Wait there. As we started from, let's over that way. Okay, we didn't get to open this because of the invader, which was this distortion. Max still closes though. That way. So why did we? Oh, we went from Stake America, so we should have come from Grace. Yeah. Knowing that there's Magic Boy and yeah. What did I take off? Talisman for heals. Okay, so yeah, alright, now we know that it's and friends, everybody's out, yeah. Come back here from that grace if you want to come back here. That is, if you want to do right card, or your our path is not going this way. I only went this way because of the patches there. So to get to Godric, it's going to take, literally to go through there, I'm expecting massive changes, or not. They've changed this, because they're not, I've noted the changes. Let's stop the recording, because otherwise I'm going to have to like pick so much out of, because I recorded a lot before I uploaded what I did to the YouTube, so we'll have to see what gets on there. Okay, found a box, as we've just done our progression with her, and our new little talisman there. These go up to, I wonder if they just go up, they go up to 7.5 primordial, they go up to just 10. We'll get another one if you went Godric, the other one, this is physical, they go with all the elements. Could this be our armor set? Oh no, Mimic! Oh, that's new. That is so new. Ah, that's the first Mimic. Oh my god, and that in the Convergence, yeah. I'm used to them in God, I haven't had a Mimic in a there's no Mimic chest in here, right there. You have to bash it. You got no undead charms to do this. Did they have cinders? They might have had them. They might have had them in the old Convergence mod. Let me turn it off. They might have had them in the Convergence mod. Dark Souls 3, I don't think so. Cinder's mod, yeah. Because Cinder's mod was the king in Dark Souls 3, because Convergence come a lot later along, you know. About the last 18 months of Dark Souls 3. There's nothing to throw at it. Inventory. I haven't put none of these spells on. This is a good spell, considering we just meet it. The requirements. Black Flame Water. I think these are all nothing new here. Those ones that I was firing at thingy. So there's nothing to throw, yeah, because there's nothing in vanilla like this. Unless I just smash the hell out of it. Dark Souls 2. Wow, I missed that. Was that our armor? Come on. A ruin 9? No. They've put mimics in. They've put mimics in here. Wow. Okay, knowing that, I just pressed record just after the boss fight. I weren't to know, but there's no way of opening that. Not as I'm aware of. They might come later on. There's this dual system that I ain't got a clue what it is. It's meant to go on the relics. Talisman thing. So we'll leave it there. 9 ruins, wow.